Moving on to number 2, you must be trustworthy. A woman is not going to follow a man she doesn't trust. I mean, that would be kind of dumb if she did, right? Good leaders build trust through being reliable, consistent, and congruent in words and actions. They are also humble. They know that they don't know everything, and they will have an open door policy so communications can continue to flow. Leadership is not about barking out commands or expecting her to have blind obedience, saying, yes, yes, sir. Sure, once the captain has made his decision, that would be the appropriate response. But until that happens, trust is going to play a big role in how a woman views her husband's leadership. And most men, I believe, would claim themselves to be trustworthy. But when it comes to keeping their word, most men fall short in ways that they don't realize. And here's what I mean. Every time you tell your wife that you'll do something, then you forget, or you delay, or you need a reminder, you signal to your wife that your word is not reliable. And you may think like, well, I meant to do it. It's just a small thing. But to her, those small things are the big things. If you can't follow through on minor promises, why should she trust you with major ones? The problem typically lies in that you just lack specificity. And let's take the common example of a woman coming and asking you to take out the trash. If your wife comes to you and asks you to take out the trash and you say, sure. And for the record, when a woman asks you to do anything, she's not talking about later. She is talking about like right now. So if you simply tell her, sure, yeah, I'll do it, but you're busy in the moment, and so you get delayed 15, 20, 30 minutes, and 30 minutes she walks by and the trash is still there, she's going to be frustrated, and she's going to have to come and remind you, and suddenly you're in this mother-son dynamic. The problem here was that you were vague. Without any kind of clear timeline, your wife has to still mentally track that task. It keeps that mental tab open in her brain. So these small moments are going to shape how she perceives your reliability. So what's the solve here? Well, the solve is that you're going to have to be very time specific. When you agree to a task, you must state when you're going to do it. For example, you could tell her, I'll take out the trash in 10 minutes. And if you cannot do what she's asking you to do, you have to tell her no. It is far better for you to say, no, I can't do it right now. I'll get to it later tonight, or to say no altogether. It is far better to do that than to say yes and not follow through. And I know this can be difficult in and of itself because saying no is going to create problems all of their own. And men want to avoid problems at all costs. But telling her no lets her know that she doesn't always get what she wants. It also tells her that she doesn't get to dictate the time in which you do the thing that you were asked to do. Saying no or telling her when you will do it is a frame reinforcement tool. And I want to be clear, just because I'm telling you to be very specific in your wording of when you're going to do something does not mean that I am saying that you are supposed to say yes to your wife's every request. But if you do, you must be very time specific in your communication. That is going to invoke a high level of respect. And also when she comes to you and requests you to do something, there are some ways in which you can respond that are going to be received and perceived as super sexy, because these are the phrases that tell women that you're a leader. And so what I want you to do is to try one of these. Consider it done. I'm on it. I'll take care of it. You can count on me. I've got it covered, and I'll make it happen. Can you feel the strength of those statements versus a standard response of okay or sure? Then you have to make sure to actually follow through. And if you need to set reminders or create systems for yourself to make it happen, use technology. It's your friend. But no matter what, once you say one of those phrases, you better damn well make sure that you follow through. Being trustworthy and keeping your word, not just in your marriage, but to yourself, to others, to your children, it creates trust. And trust creates a high level of respect. But if you don't, her level of respect for you will dwindle. And it dwindles away little by little until there's nothing left. But when you are a man of your word, it's just such a relief for a woman because she knows that your words and your actions align. And so when you tell her, don't worry about it, babe, I've got it, she will think to herself, well, damn straight he does.